In the Bay Area, here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. From just inside the 20, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, he's going to into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Rosen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bruce Irvin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
12.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Switch gears.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Rosen on first and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Wilson. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. That catch good for 5. It's third down. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. First corner, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. First and goal from the 3-yard line. They'll run with Mostert. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he is brought down. down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2
He was taken.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is really fluid around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Their own 37-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rosen will throw. Flush to his right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got him. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Is 3rd down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. This is Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
Wilson's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
To Greg Olsen.
2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle 1st down.
Seahawks 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson.
Wilson with the
stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Complete.
A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett.
15.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Niners' 38-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Wilson. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. His throw incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and that'll bring up second down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Rosen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Rosen looking to throw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
10 at the 45-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Rosen. Coleman has it here right side. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
33-yard line.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, it's Rosen. He'll drop this down to Coleman, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
The 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Here's Rosen to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Rosen. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game. And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Yeah, they worked this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First down.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction. Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. A pass underneath for Carson. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down. Carson. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Seahawks.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Seahawks ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
3rd down.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he is all the way up past the 25. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety. I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. 1st down and a little extra for Mostert. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Middle. Safety's creeping.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Come on, let's go. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Kill.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Mike 54. Mike 54. We got it. Check nickel. Watch the shot.
It's a sneak for Rosen, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. 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 Alert. Check 50. Check 50.
He'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Conversion.
Pick it up. Mike 54.
Now Rosen. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
22.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jay Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
With the handoff to Chris
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Wilson. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14.
22. Seahawks 8. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At the 29-yard line.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. There he goes, right side.
Get off the field.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Once again, it's Mostert. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. 37.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Check 1, 3. Check 3. Check. Alert.
Here's Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Niners, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Seattle, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.